Do you guys know what do the toppers do? The basic rule that they follow while their NEET preparation, that is they first focus on those chapters, those topics which have the high probability that they'll be asked in the NEET examination. Let me just tell you, let me just give you the 35 topics which have the high probability that they'll be asked in the NEET examination in the upcoming time, and they will give you, we say, 150 plus marks in the NEET 2025. That's my guarantee. Okay, if you follow this particular rule, I will give you the guarantee that you will get the maximum score when it comes to the NEET physics. I'm not telling you to leave any of the topics out there, but when it comes to your preparation, while you are studying for NEET, first you have to focus on these topics so that you will enter the safe score, and then you will move on to the rest of the topics, then you will cover those topics, okay? And this is the topper's strategy, this is the topper's plan that I am telling you over here. Come with me and I'll be telling you all of those 35 topics which you have to first focus on, then you will be moving on to the rest of the topics. Make sure you like this particular video and you comment down below how many of you are done with these topics. I would want you guys to focus completely over here. Let's talk about the chapter that we underestimate every single year. That's units and dimensions. Extremely important chapter. We say from the past 3 years, if we check how many number of questions have been asked from this particular chapter, that is 332. And in the next year, like in NEET 2025, we are also expecting that 2 to 3 questions will be asked from this particular chapter. And it is extremely easy. You guys can finish this chapter in 1 or 2 days if you learn in a marathon, okay? And the topics are extremely easy. So these are the high scoring topics, high scoring chapters, okay? Now, then we have the kinematics. We have been studying this chapter, kinematics, since our class 9th. Extremely easy. You don't have to learn, we say, till the mains level, till the advanced level. No, just there are few topics which are important in this one that I'll be telling you at the end. So wait for some time. So we say you guys can expect, we say 3 to 4 questions from this particular chapter. That is kinematics. Extremely important from the 11th portion. And we say laws of motion. Very important. We say 1 or 2 questions you can expect over here. And then we have the gravitation. When it comes to the gravitation, you guys can expect 2 questions from the gravitation, which is in the 11th portion, okay? And you guys can learn this gravitation along with the electrostatics. It's almost similar. Now, next we have over here, that is electrostatics. Extremely important. One of the high weightage chapters, okay? We say every single year, 4 to 5 questions are asked from this particular chapter. And it is easy, formula based, okay? You just have to remember the formulas, maximum formulas in this one, and then apply those and get the solution of all the questions, okay? And you guys can see 6 questions, 4 questions, 5 questions, if you check the analysis of the past 3 years, okay? And in the next year, 2025, you guys can expect 4 to 5 questions from this chapter also. Means 5 questions, 5 multiplied by 4 is how much? We say 20 marks from this particular chapter. And then we have current electricity, 335. So here also you guys can expect 4 to 5 questions from this particular chapter when it comes to the current electricity. And then you have the magnetic effects of current, 443. Important chapter here also. And when it comes to the current electricity, just you have to learn, we say, those measuring instruments, okay, and drift velocity, Ohm's law and all. That's it when it comes to the current electricity and that midpoint potential formula. I'll be telling you that also. That also. Then we say alternating current and alternating current. EMI and AC, I include both over here because in the NEET 2024 recently, we say 4 questions were asked from this one. 3 questions from alternating current plus EMI. So this is the high weightage chapter. You guys can basically put up this in that category. And then we have the optics, ray optics, okay? No doubt ray optics is a big chapter. It takes a lot of time, but it is completely formula based. There is nothing difficult when it comes to the ray optics. You guys can do it easily, but make sure you follow the proper sequence while you are learning this one. And make sure you make the separate formula sheet. That is important. And then we talk about the dual nature of matter and radiations, atoms and nuclei, semiconductors. I consider all of these in the modern physics. Okay, so you guys can expect total of, we say, 9 to 12 questions from all these chapters when it comes to your NEET examination. Okay, and when it comes to the atoms and nuclei, we say radioactivity has been removed, and from the semiconductors, transistors have been removed. Now it becomes very small. These chapters become very small and very easy. You guys can do it very easily, that's for sure. Okay, next. Now, guys, sir, what are the topics that we need to learn from these chapters when it comes to NEET 2025? Okay, see, guys, we have the units and dimensions. The dimensional analysis is important over here. Okay, the dimensional analysis of different physical quantities, you will have to find that. Okay, errors and significant figures, extremely easy. And then we say measuring devices like vernier caliper and screw gauge. All of this will take you just one single day to complete everything along with the problem practice. That is my guarantee. Okay, next we say when it comes to the kinematics, equations of motion. Okay, like v is equal to u plus at, s is equal to ut plus half of at square. Okay, v square minus u square 2 is equal to 2as, or v is equal to ds by dt. Those are also considered to be the equations of motion when acceleration is not constant. So all of those, you will have to remember that the questions which are based on those equations. Then motion under gravity. Okay, and then you have the graphs, acceleration time graph, velocity time graph. Graph conversion is also important. Okay, if acceleration time graph is given, how you are supposed to make its velocity time graph and all. Okay, and then we have the laws of motion. Here you will have to learn, we say, 3 laws, and this FBD, how to make the free body diagram, and then pseudo force, we say, in this particular case is important, and nothing. Then when it comes to the gravitation, in case of gravitation, we say escape velocity is important. Okay, and we say gravitational potential energy. They will ask you the questions from the gravitational potential energy, like you have got a sphere. Because of the sphere, we say potential at outside, on the surface, inside, and you have to make the graph between potential versus small r. So that is important over here. And we say Kepler's laws and satellites. Okay, and then we say electrostatics, Coulomb's law and forces over here. Okay, so all of those question patterns which come under the Coulomb's law and all, and electric potential and potential energy. Here also this is important. There are a lot of questions which are basically formed on this particular equation. W is equal to delta U. Okay, and many times they have asked the question from this particular equation when it comes to the NEET. And then we say electric dipole, and then we say Gauss law. Like if you have got a cylinder, okay, place the charge inside, how much will be the flux placed at different points, and that's what we are supposed to learn. And in case of current electricity, we say voltmeter, ammeter. That's what we call the measuring devices. Okay, measuring instruments. And we say resistance, current, drift velocity and all. Okay, and then we say common potential and the circuits in which you use the common potential or midpoint potential formula. So you'll have to understand this very carefully. And recently I have taken the marathon in case of electrostatics and in case of electrostatics and capacitors. Next marathon will be current electricity, and that will be on Tuesday. I would want you guys to join that marathon. Okay, because every single thing, all of these things will be teaching over there. Okay, every single topic with every single problem. And then we say magnetic effects of current. Over here, magnetic force on a rod, okay, and a charge. If you place a charge inside a magnetic field, how much will be the force? If you place a rod in an external magnetic field, how much will be the force on that? Field due to arc, loop and wire. Okay, you have got an arc, how much will be the field because of that? Due to the loop, okay, complete loop, okay, and a straight wire. Solenoid, toroid, these are also important over here. Then we say in case of alternating current, you say LCR series, LCR circuits and phasor diagram. And we say transformers, this is also important. And when it comes to the ray optics, lens and combinations, we say, then we say microscope and telescope, and we say resolution of instruments. Okay, I am not telling you to leave any of the topics over here, but while you are learning all of these chapters, make sure you focus more on these topics which I am mentioning in this particular video. And then it comes to the modern physics, okay, like dual nature of matter and radiations, atoms, nuclei and semiconductors. I'll be talking about those. We say Bohr's model, like velocity of an electron revolving in the nth orbit, radius of an electron revolving in the nth orbit, kinetic energy, potential energy, and we say total energy. De Broglie's wavelength for all the particles I have told in many classes. We say Einstein's photoelectric equation, binding energy and mass defect, very important over here. And then we say graph between the mass number and stability, Q value of the reaction. All of these I teach in the marathons that I take on the YouTube. Okay, then we say semiconductors over here, PN junction diode and logic gates, extremely important, extremely important. Okay, and that's all for today, my dear friends. Okay, so I would want you guys to watch the series that we have running on the YouTube, that is Game of NEET. Okay, all of these topics that I told you over here, I teach in that particular series. Okay, and one more thing I just want to say over here, what is that? That is Unacademy Store Festival. We say in every single batch which is running inside Unacademy right now till 22 of September, we say 50% off is going on. So you guys can take like this batch, this Phoenix Pro batch for NEET 2025 by Team Titans. Like if we talk about our batch, that is this one. Where is that? Where is that? Yes, this one. Phoenix Pro batch for NEET 2025 by Team Avengers. Okay, it used to be for 5,000 rupees. Right now it is only for 2,499 only, because 50% off is right now going on Unacademy Store Festival. So if you want to buy, if you want to learn in this particular batch, so join it as soon as possible. The link is in the description below. Make sure you like this particular session and tell me how many of you chapters you guys are done with when it comes to this particular list over here that I have given you. Let me know in the comments. Okay, so take care and bye bye. See you guys in the next session. That is on Tuesday, current electricity complete one shot.